Hi, welcome to the Daddy Kirby's farm. You really got to check this out. This horse barn door on this feed and tack room does something really special. I made some adjustments and now it does this. So it looks like a fairly normal door, right? It's got a normal latch. Opens kind of in a normal way on a slide rail. Well, watch what happens. Oh man, I tripped over a broom. Watch what happens when we close this door. We're gonna latch it right here. It's dark. Be patient. Just wait until you see what happens when I open this door.
Welcome to the Homesteading Live Conference and the property of Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, and you're watching Daddy Kirby's. Man, I love these new garage doors. So while you guys are here and we're getting ready to head up to the Homesteading Live Conference, we're going to walk around and talk about some of the few things that we have going on here at our homestead. Besides old Mr. Smokey here. He's a big boy. Oh.
While we're here on the homestead of Doug and Stacy, Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, I would really love to go visit the horizontal hive boxes. So Doug's going to walk us out there. We're just going to check those out, see how they're doing. We're not going to open the hives or anything, but we're just going to look at them and take a walk back in the woods where he has his second box, and we'll see what else we can find.
We got to go rescue Mr. Turkey. He's on the pond side of the pasture over here, and we got the gate open for him, but sometimes he's not the brightest. Come on over here, big fella. Come on now. Come on now. I know. Come on. Come on in. Oh, boy. Well, your face is red. That means you're not aggravated. That's good. Now go find Mrs. Turkey and everything will be fine. Ha!
This whole area out here where the homestead is gorgeous. Just the trees and the grass, the cornfields. This is Midwest. This is not what we get in Texas. I miss it. I grew up around this kind of stuff. It's beautiful. So here we are at the hives. This is hive number 1.
You guys probably watch Daddy Kirby's on his channel, and he does the vertical hives, which we have done all the way up to this last year. We just switched over to the horizontal hives, and we actually caught a live swarm, and we actually caught 2 live swarms. We actually left the vertical hive here. We had honey and everything in it, and I didn't want to mess with it really. I got lazy, and I just let it out here, and actually some wild swarm took up residence. And this is the hive that they're in right now, and they're doing pretty good. We did have to re-queen it, but everything's working well. And then we keep another hive over here in the woods. And one of the things about the horizontal hives that people like is that you don't have to lift up about a bunch of supers that weigh 60, 80 pounds. You actually work on a level surface, and it just makes operating the hive a little easier.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Here we are at hive 2.
Now this hive was a lot stronger. We caught this hive right off of a hive box that we put up in the woods over there on a big deer stand tree. And this one is really cranking it out. So if you guys are interested, we are going to be doing a video, or maybe by the time you watch this, we have a video up where we opened up both of these hives and did a pretty good inspection on them. So if you guys want to hop over to Off Grid with Doug and Stacy and just check out that latest video, you might learn something. Basically, while Kirby's here and you guys are here, I wanted to show you guys around a little bit, because we do things like totally different than you might see anywhere on YouTube, or that you might even have thought of before. Right here I'm standing over our composting center. We actually use the Humanure compost system, 5-gallon bucket and some sawdust. That's our toilet. And then we compost them in these bins. And if you notice, like I'm standing over this, there's no flies everywhere, there's no smell. It's a super sustainable, environmentally friendly way to handle I don't even want to call it waste, because it's not. It turns into some really great compost. So this is our system here. We got a lot of videos on that too, but we really like this because it's super sustainable and it's so easy to use for anybody.
It really doesn't stink.
We do live off-grid with no public utilities. We live in a log cabin that you guys will probably see here in a second. This is our off-grid rainwater catchment system that we use for our off-grid shower. This is 500 gallons of rain collection that we collect off of our outdoor kitchen roof. And then you just hit the switch here, and you get the nice rainwater shower. Rainwater is the best water that you can use for your skin, your garden, your hair, or anything on your body. So this is our outdoor kitchen. The reason why we have an outdoor kitchen is because, like I said earlier, we don't have any like public utilities, so we don't have any electricity, so therefore we don't have any air conditioning. So it gets really hot in the cabin in the summertime, so we do all of our activities outside in this outdoor kitchen, which is like food preservation, cooking, eating. If you look back in history on a lot of the old homesteads, you're going to find that this is how a lot of them had it set up. They had an outdoor cooking area, food preservation area, a root cellar, then they had their outbuildings for their animals and stuff like that. So we'll take you in here real quick and show you what's going on. So you guys know that we're beekeepers, so one of the really cool things about this place is this is where we extract our honey. I put screens in all around this enclosure so that way we can have the breeze and the fresh air, and also be able to bring our honey in here for extraction without the bees attacking us. Normally in the wintertime we cook with like wood on a wood cook stove. In the summertime we come outside. One of our go-to appliances is the All-American Sun Oven. Super good if you guys want to watch some videos about cooking with the sun. Also we have our propane grills and just some cabinetry stuff and some tables, because we ferment a lot of our food. We grow most of our own food here and our meat. We have sheep and chickens and fish and everything like that. And then in here is where we're doing our fermenting and putting everything together to store in our root cellar. Right now we're actually going to the Homesteading Live Conference that we mentioned to you guys earlier, and we're cutting up some of our wax that we've had prepared. So we're going to make some candles with the kids at the conference. I'm going to show you guys what the cabin looks like, and then we'll go take a look at the garden. We'll go check it out. Oh, look, there's my wife.
Hello.
This is my better half. This is Stacy from Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. And actually, I'll have her take you guys inside and show you the cabin.
Let's come on in. Welcome to our 600 square foot home, and this is our log home Doug built in 3 months. And I really think it's pretty nifty because our home has a 3,000 square foot gravity fed water system. And Doug had happened to make, because we had gotten one of those nozzles before, like you have, like anybody has in their house, but it has restrictions. So he made a nozzle, and look at the water pressure I have. And this is gravity fed. No pumps, no nothing. So we have wonderful rainwater here. And I want to show you our composting toilet. Here's our lovely toilet. And basically it's just a 5-gallon bucket, and we use sawdust to cover when we go to the bathroom. And we compost it. And then we have a composting area in the back, and it works great. And I also wanted to show you my favorite thing is the wood burning cook stove. I have a Pioneer Princess. You can see her name right here. And I love this right now. It has a little Afghan over it because it is summertime and I'm not cooking on it because it's way too hot. We work in our outside kitchen. But this is definitely an asset to our homestead. We heat our water with it, I cook on it, and it's just kind of like the centerpiece where everyone comes in, and especially on a cold day, we come in here and stand around and talk. So I love it here.
I have been looking forward, Stacy, to seeing the inside of this cabin for years because I've seen it on YouTube and now in person. Thank you so much for bringing us into your home.
Oh, I love it. It's so much fun, and I'm so glad you're here. I mean, and I know it's been a long time in the coming, but we're so happy you're here.
Yes, thank you very much. I hope you are enjoying this so far. We're going to see probably a few more things, and then we're heading over to the conference, and that, according to Doug, is going to be amazing. I think he's right.
It should be a lot of fun. I can't wait. We'll see you there.
The next thing you see is going to be the Homesteading Live Conference in Hannibal, Missouri. Stacy, take us out.
Let's head on out the door.
Hey, Maggie. Oh, you know that's my horse's name, right? I kind of fibbed. Stacy's going to show us the garden before we go.
Yeah, you can't leave my house without looking at the garden.
It is a beautiful garden. Let's go on in.
These are one of my favorites. These are Chinese red noodle beans. I absolutely love these. They're so good in stir fries, and they look beautiful, don't they?
They really do.
And I would love you. Do you know what this is?
Don't test me.
Rub it really good. Rub it really good and smell it.
I know the smell, but I'm...
Rub it better. You give up?
I give up.
I was always wanting to grow this plant, and I finally got it. This is patchouli. You know patchouli oil?
Yeah, patchouli oil. That's the smell.
Yeah, it smells just like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, I haven't smelled that since college.
Yeah, look at that. Now everything's kind of transitioning, getting ready for the fall garden. But my favorite thing, my saying is arugula, it's what's for dinner. I love arugula, so I try to plant arugula everywhere. And if you guys are gardening and you want something easy to plant, arugula is the easiest thing. You can plant it one day, water it really good, the next day it's going to be popping out of the ground. So I have arugula beds everywhere. And I like to plant, and I've already harvested my onions. I have a few onions here that are going to seed. But I like to plant my onions around all of my garden beds, and then that way I have tons of onions. And I've done very well with my onion crops over the years. I've really learned, and I've done very well with them. But I just try to plant a little bit of everything. You know, here's my Thai basil and peppers and tomatoes, and then I want to show you my favorite. Come on over here. I have purslane, and it is basically, a lot of people find it in their yard and their garden, and people think it's a weed. But probably it is one of the most healthiest things you could grow. It's a succulent. You want to taste it?
Yes.
It tastes very, very good. It's kind of citrusy.
I've never actually eaten purslane.
Well, purslane, the claim to fame, it is the highest omega-3s in a plant. So if you're a vegan, you definitely want this on your plate, but it's so healthy for you. It's wonderful. I use it, I put it in my salads. You could just eat it by itself, put it on sandwiches. It's really, really power-packed in nutrition.
Yeah.
Like you can't imagine. And it comes back every single year. I put it in like pots with other flowers, and you can eat that. You know, I got it everywhere. It's all over in little spots all over the garden.
And a very mild, pleasant flavor.
Yeah, it's good. And then my favorite is Armenian cucumbers. They are amazing. If you don't like the taste of cucumbers, it's a little milder tasting, and you can eat the skin on these, and it's actually a melon, but it has a mild taste. It's like a cucumber. Let's see if we can find one in here. Oh, here's one. And then when you cut them, they look like a flower. They're beautiful. So I love these. So if you're not growing Armenian cucumbers, you definitely have to, because they taste so good. And you can pickle them, you know, eat them raw. They're really, really great. And some of them get huge. It's kind of funny if you forget one, you know how big they can get. It's great. And even some of the big ones, they don't taste as bad. If you have a regular cucumber, they usually kind of might not taste very good. But these, when they get kind of big, they still keep their flavor. The garden is my favorite place just to hang out and just to kind of relax and just come in here, and I just really love it. I love these raised beds. We're adding quite a few more for next year because I can grow so much in a little spot, and I can get so much, and it's so easy for me. I can just lean over, pick my weeds, and it's just one of the things that just makes me happy about gardening. I've been very successful at doing it, and I'm just going to keep doing it and keep on gardening. So if you guys have not tried raised beds and you're struggling with a garden, this is a way to go, especially when they're up a little higher and you don't have to bend over, and you can get so much in them. You know, from the herbs to your flowers. You know, I have my peppers, and I have eggplant, and I have arugula in here, and a ton more herbs back here. It's just great. I can't say enough. I always say I'm the poster child for raised beds. So raised beds are awesome.
Great tour, Stacy. Now for real, this time we're heading to the live conference, right?
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll get there.
Doug, he's waiting for us.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the videos that Blake will be putting together for the Homesteading Live Conference. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that on your way out. We'll see you guys on the next video. Good.